Thank you for watching the previous video, and I invite you once again to just get a few ideas before you go into the questions for the next segment. In this segment, we're going to talk about our prayer formation. I remember when I was in high school. I went to a Catholic Jesuit high school in St. Louis, and every Advent and every Lent, we were required to go to the sacrament of confession, sacrament of reconciliation. And I remember one time I went and I couldn't think of anything to say. And I realized I really don't know how to pray. And so I confessed to the priest. I said, I just feel like I've forgotten how to pray and it doesn't work for me. And I'll never forget that confession because it was transformational for me. The priest was very kind and gentle to me, but he also encouraged me to how to try and how to improve that prayer life. You see, prayer is a discipline, and any discipline like any sport or instrument that we play, you have to practice it and use it to be good at it. If I just tell you to go pray and you don't have any rhythm to it, you don't have any experience, you might be frustrated, which is why during this time of preparation, we've encouraged a discipline of prayer, just like exercise. Now, just like exercise, there's also many different ways to pray, and it's important to know our strengths and know what works for us. I'm not much of a swimmer, but I am much of a runner. I like to exercise that way. I know that sometimes I need to work on my upper body because my lower body, my legs are stronger. Now, also like exercise, if I stop doing it, it's hard to get back into. During COVID, there's been weeks sometimes where I didn't get to run, and I'd go back and I'd run, and man, I would just be sore the next day. Like exercise, the more we do it, the easier it becomes. The more we do it, the stronger we are. Now, prayer is our communication with God, like one friend talking to another friend. If we're to be disciples of Jesus Christ, we have to work at prayer. We have to work on that skill and that strength of being able to talk to each other. But back to that story I started with. When I was in high school and I confessed that I didn't know how to pray, the priest just told me, just slow down. Go back to some of those memorized words that you have, the words of the Our Father, and just say them. Say them slowly. Pay attention to the words and what they mean. And if you do that, it'll come back to you. You'll learn once again how to connect with God through prayer. So there are many ways to pray. And we've encouraged our candidates to find the ways that work for them, whether it's singing or meditating or holding sacred objects like a crucifix or a painting, a rosary. We've taught them that it's good to look at religious art and see how it moves us and motivates us, and that these are all different ways of praying. So now with your sponsor, I want sponsors you to share what's worked for you and where your struggle's been in prayer, and for candidates for you to do the same. Let's take a few moments to share with one another.